Well, good morning, good morning. We are up on Facebook. That means we're up on YouTube. We're getting ready. Come over here, Casper. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here. There you go. There's the Casper. We got a rainy day situation here. We're between storms in Southern California. So we're inside. So let me know where you are. Let me know that you can hear me. Here's the Casper. There, Loretta from Boise. Good morning, good morning. Happy holidays, happy holy days. Good to see you this morning. All right, here we are. We're checking in. Here comes the Coffee with Casper crew. There's the Rev from Hollywood, beautiful, glamorous Hollywood. Good morning, good morning. All right, we're live. We're going to go up. We're going to gong ourselves in about a minute. Well, there's North Carolina. Missy Grant is checking in. Good to see you, Miss Missy. Good to see you this morning. All right. Here we got light workers gathering from all over. Also from Boise, the wonderful Dave. I saw your airplane, dude. Wow, that's something. And South Carolina is checking in. Hi, Becky. Nice to see you this morning. All right. We're going to gong ourselves in about a minute. There's the Casper. He sort of knew something was going on the way we're setting things up inside here. All right. All right, light workers, you ready to put our energy together? Let's see what we can do to heal, uplift, inspire, and bring forth more life into the world. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. All right. Aloha from Honolulu and from North Hollywood. Nice to see you this morning. All right, we're all over the place. We love it. Okay, we're going to take a big, deep breath in. Big, deep breath in. Then we're going to let out that sound, aw. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, big, deep breath in. We're relaxing our shoulders. Remember, it's a holy breath. We're going to take another deep, holy breath in. Relaxing the shoulders, bring the energy up into our heart center. And now we're just going to hang out for just a few minutes in the awareness of the only one. And of course, what are we doing here on Coffee with Casper? There is the great unknown in the world. Although it's known, it's just people haven't really put it together. You know, what is known is that there's only one energy. Energy and matter are equal and interchangeable. Energy does not die, it changes form. So the source of all creation, all life, all things, all energy is one. It's the same. And there's no such thing as a separated anything or a disconnected anything. This is what's the awareness that's waking up in the world. It's going through this transformation because each one has to catch it by themselves, right? If you're going to let your light shine, you have to decide that you're going to commingle with the infinite itself. You're going to commingle with source itself and be an instrument of that source and represent that source in a way that matches the I am that I am, the true nature of yourself, yeah? So this is where we are at. You know, as we talked about last week, this is the time. This is the week of the winter solstice. Thursday is the winter solstice. That's the darkest point in the year. And from that point, more and more light comes in every day until we get into next winter again. So we're bringing forth light into the world. And this is our mission. The holidays, the holy days, are for a time for us to be consciously in tune in a way that, we talked about it again last week. Ernest Holmes, the great philosopher from the last century, reminded, hey, from Elizabeth, nice to see you this morning. Hey, from Northern California, Ford, good to see you this morning. So we talked about last week that this philosopher Ernest Holmes said it very simply. So we're born to have fun living. Now that matches the Heal Darjan line. The joy is the infallible sign of the presence of God, right? We were born to have fun living, to constantly commune with the presence that is within and around us, and to grow and expand forever, to become more and more aware of the I am that I am. So you saw, thank you again, Candace, for the poster that went out yesterday. If you saw the poster, we usually just post it on Facebook. The poster said, there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. Now, when I was growing up here in Southern California, Disneyland was born in 1956, which was the year that I was born. So obviously, as a child, I started going to Disneyland quite early. And by the time I was 6 or 7, they had created a ride called the Carousel of Progress. It existed for many years. It featured Disney's animatronics, which were the robot-looking things that were able to create personalities. We had them in the birds in the Tiki Room. We had them in Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. And we had them in this ride called Carousel of Progress. And in this Carousel of Progress, it kept showing you new inventions as we came from the turn of the century and kept going forward. And the actual room would move as we went into different stages and saw the thing. And the lyricist that created the music for that, the lyrics went like this: there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. And tomorrow is just a dream away. So this is where we are as light workers. This is the time of the year where we draw from source that light of illumination, the light of joy, the light of happiness, the light of gratitude, the light of peace, the light of love. Right? We talked about last week with Ralph Waldo Trine's line. Love is everything. It is the key to life, and it influences are those that move the world. So you and I have tuned ourselves in to the love of the one, to love the divine self. The self shall guide the self, through the self, by the self, right? We are listening to that I am presence, which was heretofore called the still small voice. The psalmist called it the still small voice. But since that is our true and eternal nature, we came from the light we put on the coat of skins. We came as the I am presence. And then as Marlene Oakes, the wonderful teacher, shared, we came into the amnesia mist and we began to believe the separation that humans believe, that I am you and you are me and we are not the same. When the truth is, I am you and you are me and we are the same. I am that light, you are that light. I am that life, you are that life. And now, how do we then, by tuning into our I am presence, that's the soul is being directed to guide us to go, there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. But we have to be the ones and the tomorrow is just a dream away. We are the ones, good morning from Oklahoma. We are the one, Marguerite, nice to see you. So we are the ones who must bring in that light, right? And this is the time of year. We're approaching the dark. The solstice is coming, the darkest place, and we now are the place of the light. All the lights on the trees, the lights that lit up the Hanukkah stars, the light that we symbolize all around is the capacity of human beings to be the place where the light shines. And when we tune into that I am presence, we're talking about the transcendent light of love, the light that changes and transforms everything, right? So this is our time to come into the season of joy, to come into the season of love, to turn up our light a little bit more by invoking it a little bit more. We're going to ask more and more light to come into our being, that which guides, guards, directs, protects, and leads me into the paths of perfect right action. There is this place of synchronicity beyond my humanness, beyond where I separate from the one, where I in tune with the one. And by in tuning with the one, I am invoking the possibility of a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And the shining is about me. The shining at the end of every day. So this is why we see gratitude as such a powerful force. If I am in the habit of reviewing and being grateful for my day, when I go to sleep, I sleep in peace, I awake in joy, and I live in the consciousness of the all good. I begin to draw forth this good and more good that is mine, to be an instrument through which this transcendent force now moves through me to create what looks like magic, but it's really just being in divine flow. When we listen to the I am that I am, when we attune ourselves in it, when we open our heart at the biggest possible level and then move forward from there, there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. So I end the day with my gratitude for all the good that happened, forgiving myself for everywhere where I fell short of my own goal to be in tune with the infinite, to walk my highest and best path every day. And, you know, as human beings, somebody's going to cut us off in traffic, somebody's going to flip us off, somebody's going to take rage out on us when they made a mistake, and then we want to react. You know, that's that wonderful line is there's a big difference between a response and a reaction, right? We begin to not react from our animal nature. We begin to pause and see, how do I want to deal with this apparent aggression against me? And I use the example of, I shared it with you a couple months ago. I drive to San Diego because I'm a boater, and I go boating down there. And it's a 150-mile drive. And I was on that drive and approaching the toll road, and somebody, right when there was no opportunity, I was already basically on the toll road, and somebody cut over in front of me and caused me to, you know, harshly hit the brakes so as to avoid an accident, and I beeped the horn, meaning that was not cool. And then the guy got aggressive toward me. He started slamming on the brakes and blocking, and I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. This anger that it was coming out by his mistake was not coming from me. I was not the source of his problem. So of course I backed off and let the man find his way to wherever he was going. And fortunately at the next freeway off-ramp he got off. But if I had entangled myself in that reaction to somebody's anger, not at me, but coming out at me, then I would have been involved in that same game. And this is how we can rise up. When we take that breath, the moment between reaction and response, and tune in to what is our true nature. Because our true nature never wants to respond with violence. Our true nature never wants to lead with anger. Our true nature is celebrating the divinity of our true selves. I was born to have fun living, to constantly commune with the power that is within and around me, and to grow and expand forever. This is hi Arlen, nice to see you this morning. Arlen, I think, is in right near San Juan Capistrano area, I believe, Irvine zone. Anyway, we're glad to have all the counties. We're glad to have the islands, the states. We got the Carolinas, we got Arizona. We got so many places checking in, and we're just checking in to remind ourselves that the great, big, beautiful tomorrow is there in infinite potential every day, shining at the end of every day. And tomorrow is just a dream away. Now, wait a minute. If we take dreams, we remember the wonderful song from South Pacific. You got to have a dream, because if you don't have a dream, how are you going to make a dream come true, right? But it's the same thing. Dream is an intention. That's the soft honing device toward what we want. And the gift that we have is the capacity to visualize, to go deeper than just words, and to imagine, just imagine, right, what could be possible. I had the great opportunity to preview Wonka. And the whole movie, which is the story of before Willy Wonka had the chocolate factory, the whole movie is about the power of imagination. And can you imagine your life incest? I choose to comfortably live my life and fulfill my purpose. Now, what if you begin to visualize, what would that look like? What would your most fulfilled life look like? What would it feel like? How would it be to be living in the flow where you accept your humanness, you forgive yourself for your mistakes, and you move on every day in a clean slate. Today is a brand new day, a brand new baby day, as my friend Mary Morrissey used to say. It's a brand new baby day, and what am I going to do with it? What am I going to create with it? Casper, you're now moving. You're moving the camera around here. Come on over here. You want to come up? You got to come up. He wants to say hi. Okay. He says, well, what about me? I'm still part of this. That's yes, yeah. We're having coffee with Casper. That's right. So here it is. We're in the darkest time of the year. I can decide. Today, I'm going to breathe in the light of the One. I'm going to breathe in the qualities of the divine that I most like, that which is birthless and deathless and changeless, right? I'm going to breathe in love. I'm going to breathe in peace. I'm going to breathe in joy. I'm going to breathe in goodwill toward humanity and the earth. I'm going to breathe in appreciation. I'm going to start putting my attention. I yesterday did a tremendous amount of Christmas shopping. We're leaving next week. We will not be here next week because of the Christmas holiday. We'll be with family. But I had to do so many things to get ready to pack up the car. And so I just sort of went for it. And my dream of the day was maybe I could get all of this done so that the rest is just organizing from home. I don't have to go out and shop anymore or do things in the outside world outside of my home to get ready. And it worked. And then, of course, when you clear that slate, I'm shooting a movie tomorrow. Guess what I'm playing? I'm playing the part of a minister marrying a couple. Wherever you go, there you are, right? So that cleared the way for me to be in a good space to be creative tomorrow, to support that team, to do that work, to be here with you today so that we could really look at this huge opportunity, just 2 more days where we can draw in the darkest time of year, draw in the light of the One, draw it in us and through us in our unique way, in the way that matches who you are. You know, it was Michelangelo, I believe, who just chose one quality of the divine and focused on that as his pathway to his awakening self. And the quality that he chose was beauty. And he just focused on beauty. Now, you and I, we are eclectic. We might have art, we might have creativity, we might have beauty, we might have peace, we might have goodwill, we might have kindness, we might have friendship. There's a million things that we could focus on that will bring more light into our lives. And then because that light is the light of love itself, that transcendent authority will bring transformation not only to ourselves, but to all those around us. And one moment we'll look out and we'll realize we are really blessed. And then not only will we realize we are really blessed, we'll begin to celebrate that blessing. And as we begin to celebrate the blessings of our lives and all the good that's in our lives, that begins to magnify. And it begins to be the consciousness that goes in front of you to make the way clear. Holy, holy, holy good. Holy, holy days. Holy, holy breath. Holy, holy awareness. I am bringing the awareness of the gift of my own life into my life today. And the more that I magnify the awareness of the great gift of the I am that I am as my unique way of being, as your unique way of being, the more you do that, the more you're inviting the divine flow of life, which is this ever-expanding good. And as we go up the spiral, the view gets bigger. And then our impact, our effect on the world gets bigger. And the good coming back to us gets bigger. And then the simple joys of life become even more meaningful. I am so looking forward to being able to spend some days and nights waking and sleeping with my grandchildren and my children and their beautiful spouses and our beloved family. I'm so looking forward to just the ability to appreciate the most beautiful stuff in my life, which is the connection that we have with each other and the knowledge that we can be together in peace, in love, in joy, always. So this idea that too much family is hard is only because we haven't reached up high enough. Too much family is not hard. Love is not hard. Too much love is not hard. Overflowing goodness is not hard. But it requires that we separate ourselves from the separation in the race, from that race consciousness that believes in all of the misguided thoughts, separation, racism, egotism, myself above others. No, God loves, as St. Augustine said, God loves each of us as if there were only one of us. And I become the place where the pure love of the divine and my appreciation of it, and therefore my commingling in it, becomes the place where more and more light comes to me and through me. And since light never blocks itself, light just shines, right? It goes out and it does its work to heal, uplift, inspire, and bring more good into the human condition and more joy into the very livingness of the planet. Our light is needed in the world right now. Your light is needed in the world right now. We are the place, because of our attunement with the infinite, where we are transforming the consciousness of war to the fulfillment of that divine prayer. Peace on earth and goodwill toward all humankind. I trust you have the happiest of Christmases as we're entering in the infinite possibility, the happiest of the solstice as the new light begins to dawn in us, and the beginning of a new year where we release the old and can celebrate all of the good that's coming into our lives in this new time. So happy holy days to you. Until we meet again, I invite you to go in the light, as the light, and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. Merry Christmas, happy solstice, happy New Year, celebrating the light of Hanukkah and all the good that's already happened. We are now in a place to make this season and these holy days the place of joy, the infallible sign of the presence of God. We'll be back in 2 weeks on Coffee with Casper to usher in the new year.